voting people in office that are not competent, and all what they do is to be used by some unsmart people, but smarter than him, to do. Who is Siri smarter? Siri is a dropout from university. Siri have spent more than 20 years in university. I'm a graduate now. Send that I'm on long. But be Nico moment the Mansa Kunda Kono, Nico go ni Siri Njie class direct, Okama Abida lateral. Because that's how powerful Siri Njie is. That's how powerful Siri Njie has turned himself to be. Ada Obarobe Siri Abaji Bega. National Assembly be Siri Baji Bega. Mobe be Siri Baji Bega. Ada Bango ka taman do nyale. Bango ka taman do nyama. Now Omar yala doko, Omar fra foda doko la. Omar foda doko la because Sare Gainako yet Talib le invite. How is that in fact political? Like I told you, Omar is the one that sent Siri Njie invitational through Siri Njie's WhatsApp. There, sir, invitation as guest of honor. The people of Saragainako village respectfully right to invite you to serve as chief guest of honor on our upcoming grand fundraising event. This special occasion will be live performance by renowned Fula artist Dea Boyo. The purpose of this is fundraising to support the establishment of a women's garden in our village, aimed at empowering women, promoting self-reliance, and enhancing community development through sustainable agriculture. If in fact Siri Njie has any shame, why should that village go to do a fundraising to build a garden for their women when he was in a government that is supposed to build a garden for them? If Siri Njie's government is serious, the moment Omar sent this invitation, before he look out for a Jumare invite, and then for Omar Yelako, Nimu Mansa Kunda Doko, Nimbe Gajino Nata Jele, Nimu Siri Njie Modi Munke Mira, I Horomo Soto, I Malo Soto. But no, a little village or a hamlet decided that they want to do a fundraising. Kamusol Mako, a Gajino Law, Ela Mansa Kunda Me Mako, Eda Fong Me Mako, Yen Koro. Eta o programme de la fanan et because ye modore invite ye bulela like who is Siri Njie? Joanna Siri Njie, oh, Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, we have never voted for you. Nobody moment karye faye nyim banko pour que nyim banko la mansat moment karye faye anu muye ke odra na ye miranu ndere boda mun ko nyim banko kan ete be mansa kunda mun support ko way tajir ndeya ni trimbali ani suñaro ni wuliya fo mun kel la mo la nyim banko kan na e miranu wala a hakilo diana nu ale takala deputy speaker fo bi ka sembo soto mun diade nyim banko kay kake. And to the SIS, you are now playing the black book. Whilst we are on security sector reform, whilst we are trying to regulate our security sector reform, we have now begun to go back to serve a regime. This was exactly what Jammeh was using here. The SIS is used to intimidate, interrogate, and victimize people on a daily basis. You want to go back to that? But of course, who is your director? Your director is an existing perpetrator of crimes under Jammeh regime. What do you expect? No, then Siri Njie, what authority do Siri Njie have to have the SIS been interrogating somebody whose village decided to invite Talib? But so you know that there was a TRRC and there will be another TRRC, because a country that failed to learn from history is bound to repeat that history. We will sit you all down and you will start telling people that the orders were from the up and you will not care anymore, because we have seen people did that and we said, okay, the op was to be blamed. Well, now you have to be blamed because you had an opportunity to learn from history, so that you will not come and sit on a table and be interrogated for being a regime server, for serving for the regime, for brutalizing for the regime, and tell people that we are only junior officers and then the order came from the up. We need to dismantle that up in the first place. What is up? There is no up in this country. We only have a president and a criminal regime that continue to victimize people. We'll get to your level. And if you get there, like I said, we're not going to take any nonsense excuse from you to say that we did not know that this was supposed to happen. You're supposed to know. Go back and then look at the records are there. YouTube every day you have all those military officers, all those police officers, all those NIA officers that were used by Jammeh's regime here. And their excuses were, we didn't know. And their excuses were, the commands were coming from up. And you still maintain that up. In fact, now not just up, Sirinjai, of all people, could instruct you to tell you that Omar is a spy, interrogate him, and you all have the guts to do that? Fatala, we can there in there. Adel Bukakara. Comme NIL Mumbena na ilota TRIC. E kumboza ha malon nungo mbele kegang ye karila ko mole ninke na boni na kibaro ni boni na sangole santo. And you are repeating the same thing. But that's what happens when we fail to do a serious security sector reform. Our security sector reform is just by tongue and mouth and workshops and building new police stations with cells that I am going to go there tomorrow, which I don't care. And you think that what is security sector reform? Security sector reform is beyond buildings and workshops. The mentality and the human capital need to change. That's what security sector reform means. How can you change institutions when you have the same people that we have been used by a regime, serving another regime, and you think we are going to change anything? Fente falling again. That is what you do. So why security sector reform and talking and funding security sector reform lolu mom is just about regime. And I'm disappointed when Omar confirmed to me that it was the SIS that called him for questioning. Ako SIS only akumanika nyinka ka kisi ko ate amuspile ko malo spy ko fumanika ko nyan ko ate muspile for the opposition because ye program on so ye Siru Njie invade ye talib imam ni Siru Njie mala fitata ay siara bu ngoro fo juma ya forcer ya samaje fo sare gana gon ko le gedo la kamala fo ye special chartered flight la kamala prada ji. Hey, I'll Mumbe Jibero and Banku Dimon. It's high time we fix this country. Nim Banko, Nim Madana, Atiana, 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 and in Fonsa. If people like Siru Njie could sit down here and people like Ismail SIS can go and lie and go and sleep comfortably, and you think that is anything to joke about and all of this. And that's why we are supposed to be careful. Don't be used by the regime. If you are qualified in your profession, look, what is happening to Omar is happening to a lot of us. You know, but you need to choose your battle. It's either you join the system and become a slave, or you stand your grounds and be content with what you have. You think it's only Omar that is a victim of this regime in denying them jobs, you know, putting their livelihood opportunities, and all of that is happening to all of us. But I don't give a shit. I don't care. You know, because I know that, you know, some of them out there, if it is about qualifications, it's about education, it's about engagement, they cannot stand where I stand, where Omar stand, where somebody else. It's only an uneducated president that will make Siru Njie who he is in this country today. It's only an uneducated president that will make Ismaila go lie to people and go sleep in his house comfortably every day. Like Murekeda. Who owns this country? Who actually owns this country? You know, every time it's about Seedy Njie more definitely, Seedy Njie more definitely, Seedy Njie. And I Seedy Njie more. Is Seedy Njie more Gambian than Omar? Or me? Or Malmo? Or somebody else? Who is Seedy Njie more Gambian than? If I'm not more Gambian than Seedy Njie is not more Gambian than me. I've seen Seedy Njie at his worst. Time when they fetch a Jalkali Sion. A green half time, a green piece at me. This one now. Just now, man. Time when they go green. Mu dee feeña comme koo xam ne amul liggéey te amul liggéey sax gisoon naa ko man Seedy Njie mu doon dogo si gannaaw living right mu doon dogo time boobu gis naa I've seen it but you see and that is the problem of this country is very multi-dimensional or multifaceted, if I'm gonna call it. And all of this is happening, and this is the right time for the oppositions also to be serious with our lives and our livelihoods, and know that they are supposed to present an alternative to this regime. The opposition need to start putting their houses together. And then look, if we are tired of the regime, we need an alternative, and you, the opposition, are supposed to give us that alternative. Give us that alternative. Well, you're not trying. And sometimes, and that's my problem, with all this stress, with all this brouhaha happening here, sometimes you sit down and feel like, okay, what are the oppositions doing? Let's look. This is an election year, and then for me, I have make a decision that this regime doesn't want to stay anymore. This regime have to go. This regime should go. But how will this regime go when we don't have a serious opposition? When the oppositions are after each other's head, instead of having a collaboration and a collective force against a regime that is suppressing both the activists, the opposition, and the general public. Look, the opposition, we must rise. We must rise above any other thing. We must rise above any other thing, right? We must ensure that regardless of our difference as political parties, of course, as a political scientist, I know we will differ with ideology. That's why we have different political parties. Anytime two political parties have the same ideology, then they don't know what they are doing. They're not serious. But now, beyond political ideology and ideological difference, there is a common goal, and the common goal is a system is getting broken beyond repair, and you need to provide an alternative to that system. That's what we are supposed to do. You are supposed to be, anytime some of this madness happen in this country, and we should sit down and say, at least we are in an election here, and we have a united front opposition that is going to salvage us from this mess, from this madness, from this, come on guys. Real.